Orlais is such a pretty place. Alright, this is a personal quest for our homie Liliana, I believe. Maybe, I don't know. I think it is. Like one of her agents, like, one of my agents found some shit. Go deal with it, that shit.
What happened here?
Our merchant is conspicuously absent.
Alright, Calpurnia is selling literate slaves to Vinter, is what's going on.
It seems Vicinius angered Calpurnia by sending her mistreated slaves.
Really? Most in Vinter wouldn't bother to care.
She was paying a fortune for literate slaves.
But she has the Venatori. Unless... Perhaps dear Calpurnia has something she wishes to hide.
The other way around. Calpurnia is the one buying literate slaves. Whatever. What the fuck? He's walking around just looting shit. Yeah, I know I'm the second coming, but I just loot stuff. Oh, this is an invoice for slaves, clearly.
An invoice for a shipment of slaves.
Vicinius was selling more than rose oil then.
Okay. Dragon sketches. Oh. Alright.
That must have been Vicinius.
It seems the Venatori tired of following him.
Let's look around. Shattered crystal. Let's find the pieces. Here's another one.
And another one, and another one, and another one bites the dust.
The crystal's whole again, but hold on.
Lady Calpurnia, I had no intention.
I warned you of consequences should the slaves you bring me suffer in your care. Venatori, show him my displeasure.
No! Wait! Wait!
A dwarven relic, restoring memories. There's one or two in Minrathous. Very rare.
Dagna might know what to make of it. Templars
are
did
the
it.
righteous, the lights in the
Applaud.
shadows.
It's the least you
In
deserve for
their
abandoning your fellow
nature's
mages.
will is
I should join the rebellion even if I don't agree with it. I did the smart thing and got myself a wealthy patron.
You did the cowardly thing. You
built
hide under our
them the
patron's
golden
skirts while your
city,
brethren
the
die.
center of all creation. And for a time you dwelled among them, watched over them, as a gardener watches the earth for the fruit the Maker has revealed to me. Of course.
What's up, Josephine?
Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Boisvert invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
Let's go see him.
Lead the way.
Welcome, my friend.
Got a fucking
Thank you
10
for
foot tall
seeing
axe. You
us,
better not give me no
Comte.
shit.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
We appreciate your help, Comte.
The death of Lady Montily's servants must weigh heavily on you. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archive. Contract for a life.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montilier's trading exile in Orlais.
Overly complicated assassination plots are part of Orlesian politics, I take it.
They're all too common, I'm afraid.
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Duparquets.
But the Duparquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
How
Oh.
can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Duparquets were our rivals. They drove the Montiliers from Val Royaux. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duties.
If the people who wanted your family dead are gone, why are the assassins still after you?
A contract is a contract.
Josephine's ready to report him while talking to me?
Orlesian businesses live and die by their reputations. The entire guild's welfare would be endangered if an agreement was tossed aside on a whim of time or fate.
She's quite right, Your Worship. The House of Repose is doing what it feels necessary, by its standards.
So we destroy this House of Repose before assassins appear at Skyhole's doorstep.
There may be a less confrontational way to end this. The Duparquets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Duparquet could annul the contract on my life.
No.
That will take time, Lady Montilier. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you'd heard rumors, at best.
A bit of subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
Does Comte Boisvert actually exist?
Absolutely. The Comte's offer to reveal the killers of Lady Montilier's messengers was genuine. So was his information somehow. An end to be tied up later.
I'm guessing the actual Comte Boisvert met with a fatal accident.
Comte Boisvert slumbers in a nearby closet. Nothing more. The contract on Lady Montilet's life is so unusual, we felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out the Duparequet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
Why warn us about your contract and let us go?
In Orlais, it is only decent to inform those involved in a contract when extraordinary circumstances conspire.
And the guild's reputation would suffer if you ignored the contract. I quite understand.
Thank you, my lady. May we conclude with my departure?
Go, then.
Good day, Your Worship. My lady, I pray we never meet again.
Never meet again.
Well, I didn't think our meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle's walls around me.
Do you hear something?
Oh, goodness. Comte Poivert, is that you? Oh, the lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
Yeah. Go back to Skyhold. The fuck is that question mark down? I gotta go see it. Wasn't there one just right here? Am I flipping? I must be flipping. Let me talk to Blackwall while I'm down here and make sure there's no cutscenes going on.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
Something on your mind?
I'm gonna ask about the Inquisition real quick.
What do you think of the
I think the entire world is looking over its shoulder, wondering if the Inquisition's watching.
Right.
And there he goes.
Inquisitor. Training here will save them up there. If they're smart.
If they're smart, it will save them. If they're not smart, they will be dumb. It's often the case. Is it not? I should say.
The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see. You know where I'll be.
Oop.
Your trip to the merchant's home yielded results. Before she became leader of the Venatori, Calpurnia was a slave from Minrathous. Even slaves with magic are treated unkindly in Tevinter. If Corypheus freed her, no wonder she follows him.
What else does her past reveal?
It haunts her. Calpurnia has freed every slave she's purchased. Vicinius tracked his shipments. My agents will investigate. This may lead us to Calpurnia's lair. In the meantime, speak to Dagna. The crystal you found on Vicinius fascinates her.
Okay. Hajo. Still nothing.
What can I do for you?
Man, pissing me off, bro.
So I'm thinking... Inquisition. Almost gotcha.
What's up, Dagna?
This is an amazing find, Inquisitor. The Shaperid in Orzammar had something like it.
Greetings to you too, Dagna.
They preserve voices, or a likeness, memories, you know? You don't know. Doesn't matter. The Venatori cracked it, but here...
These documents you found, Inquisitor, I've made interesting...
Huh?
discoveries.
Not the fear of demons.
But the power will draw them unless you have wards against possession.
Once you have become the vessel, demons will be beneath your concern. Prepare as I have directed.
I shall, Elder One.
Sod it.
I like his music.
Sorry. The crystal couldn't take it anymore. Wasn't meant for this.
That looked like Corypheus and Calpurnia.
It was a memory stored in the crystal.
No, that was vital information. Did you see Calpurnia's expression? Their alliance may be less than harmonious.
Corypheus said Calpurnia was going to be a vessel. A vessel for what?
Look how she saw her
They spoke of
expression.
power and demons.
She was
But
X-ray vision.
Calpurnia is already a magister. Corypheus must have some other plan.
Like her, it was pretty cool though. They did like the X-ray thing on the face, so you could like see through, like her face. So you could see like her mouth, teeth model, because they model the inside of the mouth for when they're talking, but nothing else. So it looks weird when you see it, but this is one of those cases where it looked cool on purpose.
The crystal showed us Calpurnia hasn't bought into Corypheus's myth just yet.
Well, I'm no shaper, but I might be able to get it to remember new sounds.
Really? If we hid it among Calpurnia's belongings, imagine what we could learn.
Ah, I can split it and keep half here. We could hear her speaking right then. It's not how they're supposed to work, and it'll probably break. As I said, I'm no shaper.
Inquisitor, Calpurnia's Venatori have been digging up elven ruins. Tracking them might lead us to her. If this crystal were placed in a lair, I cannot overstate the value of what we might learn.
Why not attack Calpurnia head on?
You attract attention, Inquisitor. Her spies would see you coming. A single agent may slip in and out without notice. This crystal may yield great rewards.
It seems only fitting to turn Calpurnia's tools against her.
Right.
If there's a rift growing between Corypheus and Calpurnia, we must exploit it.
I'll have the crystal ready soon. I think. Let me find the Quicksilver.
We'll talk to Josephine. Slap on a couple of operations, and then fuck off. Gotta go do stuff in places that aren't Thedas. Is that how they're supposed to pronounce it? Thedas. I always pronounce it just status. I don't know. I've heard it both ways.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
Between our soldiers and spies, Skyhold's safer than anywhere else in Thedas.
Yet the problem persists. I've tracked down the last Du Paraquets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royeaux to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Liliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royeaux?
We can solve this without more deaths on either side.
My people are ready, should you change your mind. I'll post a watch on our ambassador in case the House of Repose visits.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the Du Paraquets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royeaux. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
How exactly does one turn farmers into members of the upper classes?
There are procedures for granting honored citizens of the Empire the title of Lord or Lady. Very long procedures. And so much paperwork. I've called in a substantial number of favors just to cut through half of it.
Why did the Du Paraquets hate the Monteliers so much they set up a permanent assassination watch?
There's not much more beyond what I mentioned before. A Montelier and a Du Paraquet fell in love. A young couple, pledged elsewhere, attempted to elope. The whole thing ended so violently, it's a wonder any survived. It's fortunate the Du Paraquet's descendants hold no grudges.
What if the Du Paraquets refuse to aid you?
I've already contacted the Du Paraquets, Inquisitor. They're ready to help us. It will be a long road, but a lordship is a chance to restore a proud lineage to their heirs. Besides, I've promised them a heavy bag of coin once this is over.
Are you sure the House of Repose will forget this assassin contract on a farmer's signature?
It's perfectly legal. In Val Royeaux's noble circles, a written word is a bond. Besides, the guild would never risk being so unspeakably crass.
These assassins are afraid of being seen as impolite.
Breaking one's public oath or bond implies a certain poverty in Orlais. A common merchant may lack the resources or manners to fulfill a debt, but among the guilds, it would be shameful.
You said I'd have to do some favors in Val Royeaux if we want to make the Du Paraquets lords.
The Countess Dion is our first step. Her lover, a mage from the White Spire, is missing. Bring her news of him and she'll be very amenable to sponsoring the Du Paraquets as lords.